technology. They're made of cryogenically tempered steel, which is a steel that is first heated and then cooled, so it makes for a more durable blade. And if you notice, when you cut hair, most of us are like what? We're like this. A blended kind of a look. And the teeth are spaced a little bit wider than a traditional thinning blade. And these little holes in the blade will actually trap the hair. So you'll notice that when we shake our blade, the hair falls out. So what that gives you is a lot of ease within your cutting. Also, I mean, I know that many hairdressers, how many of you guys use a razor? How many of you guys point cut? I cannot believe that you two point cut. Huh? Unbelievable. Tell me you're at least point cutting with our blades. Okay, so the whole concept behind texturizing is that it's even, okay? You know when you point cut, you gotta go in there and you kind of have to guess where you're taking the weight on and where you're leaving it off. With our scissors, you're going in there and you're creating kind of a bricklayering effect, so it's no guess. It's all balance, which is another thing that we're really like picky with at RUSK, because everything in life has to have that balance. Then we have the betas. And the betas are a combination of your alpha and your gamma. These have 35 teeth, also with the little holes. These are the ones that are going to take the most amount of hair. So on hair, like John Anthony's model, this is the one you're probably going to opt to use, right?
I don't know. I might want it chunkier, but yes. If I was,
see, he's a rebel. He goes against everything I tell him this one. But you know what's funny? I'm always asked, well, which one would you recommend? If she gets a haircut with betas today, when your client comes back, you're going to want to downsize to the alpha, okay? Because you can create over texture in the hair. Does that make sense? Does anybody have questions on the blade? No? So what kind of a look do you think?
But I'll tell you why I want to keep it a little bit more chunkier. Because she's got a little wave to the hair, so I don't want to really tear the texture up too much, because if she wears it curly, I don't want it to be frizzy. So I'm going to work with my alpha blade. Now you guys, I created a diamond shape. I don't know if you guys can see this. It's a diamond shape here, running parallel to the angles that I created in the front. I split it up in 4, and then what I do to cut that is I take each section, point my fingers to the crossing where that little X is, and then just cut straight up. And I did that with all 4 sections. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this alpha blade and I'm going to break these sections up. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold the hair. Instead of bringing it and lifting my elbow up, I'm going to hold it straight across like this. So that means that when I texturize, the shorter hair is going to be texturized less. The longer hair is going to be texturized deeper. And the reason for that is that because the longer hair is going to be carrying more weight, I need to take and put more texture in there so that I have a consistency of the weight. Otherwise, I'm going to have pockets of heaviness and it's not going to be consistent. I'm going to have texture up here and heaviness because I'm only going to be doing the bottom if I over direct. So I'm just going to take that section, next section, again, working, if you look, there's the triangle part of the diamond, right in the back. Taking that, I cut that, bringing it right up to the cross. I'm going to hold this straight out, break it up, a little bit less, and a little bit more on those longer lengths, so I get consistency of texture. And I'm going to continue that all the way around. One thing that Nori pointed out, the blades all have 360-degree swivel thumb. Nicely. Now, taking my next section, that section, holding it up to the point, a little bit less on the shorter hair, a little bit more on the longer hair, and I'm actually done. 4 sections. So the key is to get the perimeter, right? You see how that's going back into the point, and then work your layers in.
Because what do we do as hairdressers? our eyes go straight, and usually it's on a man's hairline for me. That's one of my pet peeves. If I see like a really shaped hairline, it makes me want to just go in there with my gap.
You guys, you see the nice shape that's in there? Beautiful shape, real easy, 4 sections to layer, done. Keep in mind, right, we like to do things, we like to cut in large sections, okay? We blow dry accordingly, we make our sections smaller when we blow dry. The thing is, and here's what happens, the idea of cutting in large sections is that the more sections you put in the head, the more pieces you got to connect together, right? So you increase the margin of error that you have in the haircut. If you're doing it in smaller sections, larger sections, less sections, there's less connection points, right? So you get through it faster and more efficiently.